All right, here we go. What's up, guys? It's Matt with Galaxy Games 843. We are live on our Wednesday evening live stream. I've got the Howard Hospitality Group with me and Xtreme Vending. And we're going to go get
Hey,
started right off tonight. Hey, how's it going?
Good.
doing well, very well, thank
Just so
you.
you know, I feel like a little bit of an echo somehow. So
That's me. Sorry. The fix now? No?
I think so.
Okay,
Good.
sorry.
Yeah, perfect. All good. All right. So how was everyone's week? How'd you guys do with your vending business?
We were busy.
So far, so good. Getting ready for the holidays myself.
She give you a list?
You all ready for a day off tomorrow?
Oh yeah, definitely. Actually, I'm going to do some collections tomorrow too. Well, some of the locations I'm going up to Payson, where one of my route is, and we're going to hang out, and then I'm going to do the collection the next day. So
I was going to say, are those locations open tomorrow for you to do your collections? I know none of my locations, other than my laundromat location, are all closed
Yeah.
tomorrow. So
right, yeah. So we'll
Most
do a
of ours are
collection. Right?
restaurants. Our grocery store will be open, I think, tomorrow. But the rest of it should be closed. Everything of ours should be closed.
well, I hope you have your grocery store machine stocked up real well, because I would imagine that if it's open tomorrow, we'll be super busy with people buying all their supplies, their last minute. Oh, I forgot this, I forgot that, to ensure that their dinners are ready for tomorrow. So
Did we tell you we got a second one? Did we tell you?
A second grocery store?
Yeah.
You did.
So same company, but different location, and it actually does more than the first one. So we have a video coming.
Wow.
We did a collection. Yeah, we did a collection in 3 days, and it was about a quarter of what the one does in a week. So we're pretty excited about that.
Very cool. Hey guys, we got our first question, or our first intro to a question. It's from Crocs J. He says, "Hey guys, I have a question regarding vending. Can I ask it here?" You absolutely can ask it here. That's why we're here. So throw your question in the comments. Let us know. We've also got Cordrick Ashley, C3A Vending, coming in from Miami. Welcome, guys. Thanks for joining the live stream.
Oh, that's neat. I can see that. Okay, I'm still learning how to do this.
All right, so here is Crocs J's question. He says, I recently started vending after 1 year of research and learning. Is there any license or legal stuff I have to do? So there's going to be a lot of different answers for that, right? And I'm sure being that I'm in South Carolina, Xtreme's in Arizona, Howard Hospitality's in California, each state, each local area is going to have different requirements. Honestly, your best bet is going to be to check with your local government and see what is required. Check with your state government. I'm sure there's some sort of license or something you're going to need. As far as legal stuff, obviously insurance, you want to have liability insurance, different things like that are going to be very important when it comes to running a vending business, because you never know when someone's going to hurt themselves on one of your machines and come after you. So that's what I would say. Insurance for sure.
Cheap. The insurance is usually really cheap.
Really
cheap. Very affordable. And then an LLC is really, like I say, that's necessary to get an LLC. Some places don't require that, but an LLC is always good to have.
Mm-hmm.
Yep, for sure LLC. And then I'd say second, if you want to save some money on stuff and taxes and stuff to get your seller, we have seller's permits in California. Yeah. So that's how, I don't know if that's what they're called where you guys are at.
I don't have Mario, but I got Goku.
I love this question too. So Brawlicon, I think I'm saying that right. I think he confirmed I said that right last time. It's asking Xtreme Vending, would you ever put cameras in your machines? So I know Cosmic Vending does the cameras in the machines, right? The top-down view. And I actually have some access to some of cameras in the locations of my machines too, but not in my machines. So would you put cameras in your machines?
I think it's a great idea. I know there's a tutorial on YouTube. One of the vendors actually put some videos up. I forget. It's in the Discord under tutorial. And it's like really cool. I actually did put a camera in my original mini claw machine, but the problem I ran into, I had no internet. So I couldn't Wi-Fi it or watch
you definitely have to have Wi-Fi in your location. Absolutely. Right. One thing I will say is I think it's I know on Amazon on Black Friday, on Friday for sure. But I think there's some local stores too. Maybe it's either Target or Best Buy, I want to say. I was looking at the ads. But they're doing 2 for 1 on the Blink Minis. So they end up being about $15 a piece. So if you have a machine in a location that has Wi-Fi access that you can tap into, it probably would be a pretty cool thing. I'm actually thinking about picking a couple of those up.
Well, the only thing, what's the rules on people's faces? Like, what's the rule on that? Like, if you did like
when
a
you're out in
live
public,
stream,
I think there's no rules. I mean,
no rules. Okay.
I don't think so.
Heck yeah, I think it's
Again,
cool.
it might be different from state to state. I know, like I've got cameras up in my flea market arcade location, and I will broadcast from there and live stream, and people's faces are seen, and I mean, no one's ever come after me or anything. I don't know.
You caught that one guy too who was
I did.
that.
I caught that thief.
Yeah.
So
that was pretty cool.
Did catch that thief.
Cool.
That made
I
for some good videos.
Yeah. Well, you guys remember the one where the guy shook my machine, tried to steal my product?
Yes.
We caught that guy with the camera too. That was pretty cool. But he got fired. So just
Beetlejuice says hello, Beetlejuice. Sheldon Ying, yeah, I think he's got a complaint for Xtreme. He says there's no Mario. He's leaving.
Yeah. I got a bunch of other toys though, like with me.
A bunch of other toys.
Mario's not hanging up on because I had to do a different setup. So.
Cordrick says he's putting 2 machines on Main Street on Monday, hoping for success. Well, good luck to you, Cordrick. That's really cool. Congratulations on the 2 machines on Main Street. I'm guessing they probably are going to be busy locations, being that they're on Main Street. So that's pretty awesome. Congratulations.
What kind of machines? I'm guessing claw machines.
Yeah. Put in the comments what kind of machines you're going to be placing. Are they full line vending machines? Are they bulk machines? Are they amusement claw machines? Things like that. Let us know in the comments. We'll highlight it for sure.
I have 2 claw machines on Main Street in downtown Gilbert area. And it's in the ice cream shops. Those things kick butt. They do like $200, $300 a week each.
Man, I think we'd all love to have some locations like that.
Yeah, they're really good.
They can't all be like that. That'd be sweet.
I think that we had this question last week, but let's highlight them too. So Josh is asking, first, Xtreme Vending, how many machines do you have on location?
Oh boy,
I know it's a lot.
Well, I got 60 locations. Actually, I just got another one, and I'm going to be placing the Super Mini here after the holidays. So I got 61 locations. I have no idea how many machines. I'm just guessing, like 80 to 100.
After a while, it all runs together. It's tough to keep track. And then the same question for Howard Hospitality Group.
So we have claw machines, candy machines, full line vending machines. So I don't even know what we have total. I think we're up to 10 or 11 claw machines, and then we have quite a few candy machines. I don't even know how many of those are. And then we do the full line vending also. So we have, I think there's 10 to 15 of those. So I don't know what that total is, but we don't really, I haven't really thought about how many, but each location sometimes can have a couple, and then we also have sticker machines. So yeah.
So lots of comments coming in about the cameras and machines. Me, I never know either, because I've got so many different types of machines as well. I'm probably only have like 24 machines or something like that. Probably something like it. It's nothing huge. When you watch my videos, I go to the same places all the time. So
yeah.
It's probably not that many. But I wanted to highlight this question from Cassandra. Cassandra talks about True Vending. They have cameras in some of their machines. And basically, since they're in the top of the machine looking straight down at the product, all you can see is the product. So you don't have to worry about faces or anything like that. So it's also good to know, when you need to refill a product or not too, which is pretty cool. And then also, Brawlicon says, no rules on faces, but there are rules for recording audio, so you can have to turn off your audio. Now, I know, like at my location, my flea market arcade location, I can do audio and video. I can actually do two-way. I can yell at somebody if they're messing with my machine there with those cameras. Which I wish I would have been watching when that guy broke into the claw machine. I would have yelled at him for sure. But that would have made a great video, right?
Yeah, that would have been cool.
But yeah, so obviously, as long as you have your audio cut, faces are fine. So that's good to know. Good to know. Thanks, Brawlicon. All right. We have 19 viewers, guys. Thank you so much for joining the live stream. Want to remind you guys, make sure you give this video a thumbs up. It's going to help other people find this live stream as well. So give this video a like. Also, while you're here, make sure you give us 3 subscriptions. 1 for Galaxy Games 843, 1 for Xtreme Vending, 1 for Howard Hospitality Group. We all need your help. We're all trying to grow, and we all need your help. So make sure you give us all subscriptions, and of course, go like all of our videos too. That helps us too.
And watch the videos a lot.
Watch the videos, yes.
Yeah, please.
Lots of watch time. Lots of watch time.
Is there
Leave
any
it in
way
your
to get
back.
1,000? Is it possible to get 1,000 subscribers in one night? We need 1,000 subscribers. Well, actually, we only need 800.
So yes, it is totally possible. You just have to have a video go crazy. So yeah, but it's totally. I've heard stories of people getting 5,000 subscribers in one day. So it's definitely possible.
Oh my God.
You just have to have a video that takes off. And right now, it seems like the only videos that are taking off are shorts. So if you're not doing shorts on YouTube, you're missing out.
We just did. Thank you so much, Matt, for the help. We did our first short this week, and it turned out pretty good. We were very happy.
How many views did it get?
Yeah, I saw it.
Yeah, it was pretty cool. So we got, I don't know what it's at now, but it was pretty cool. Like it wasn't as hard as I thought it was going to be. Thanks to your help. I mean, we wouldn't be able to do it, but then we did a TikTok with the same video and used the TikTok music, and so we got to use it twice. And the TikTok one's got over like 800 views, so that one's doing pretty good.
It's funny. It's funny that you say that because I take all my shorts and I don't do it on the same day. I've actually got a bunch queued up, and then I post them to TikTok later on because I was never a huge like, oh, I'm going to be a TikTok content creator. But since I'm already making these videos for YouTube, I might as well post them on TikTok. And we've had some luck this week. We've done over 500,000 views in just one video this week. We've got like 6,000 followers. We're almost to that 10,000 mark. So with that said, too, let's promote the TikToks. So I'm also on TikTok at Galaxy Games 843. Guys, throw your TikTok names out there too.
Yeah. So what else we got comment wise? Oh, Xtreme. Why don't you talk about what you did this week? That was new. That was pretty exciting.
Oh, you mean with So I got my very first Xtreme box. By the way, my TikTok is Xtreme Vending, so just like my name. But anyways, I got my very first, well, actually two. I got my very first two Xtreme boxes. And I wish I had a picture of it, but I ended up selling them right away. But basically, these boxes are going to be able to help out the community. So if you're looking for premium plush for your mini claw machines, you're going to be able to fill up, at least the standard mini claw machines, probably about 8 to 10 machines. And you're talking about all these little toys that I have, like Pokemon, Dragon Ball. You get like just tons of premium plush, Disney type of stuff, the watches, Pokeballs, everything that I think that you need to really make good sales. And I recommend setting your price to $1 a play because these toys are well worth it. So
and you don't have to wait 6 months to get the stuff. You get it right away.
Oh yeah, you'll get it in your door. Like I already sent them off. I sent them off the very next morning. So if you bought it, obviously it's a holiday this Thursday, and I don't have any boxes right now. But about 2 weeks, I have a whole bunch of boxes. But when you buy it, I mail them out the very next business day, and then you're going to have it at your doorstep in a few days. So
that's awesome.
Yeah, they're designed for the minis, by the way, Hero. I don't know if you were asking me that or not, but yeah, all this plush is for the minis. There's even little. This is kind of cool. These little purses. So you got little coin purses in there, and they're also plush, and then you know kids love them. So
for sure. Well, there's all kinds of questions coming in.
Yeah, we're missing a lot of questions. So
we're missing a lot of questions. So a couple to highlight real quick. First of all, Hero 3 from a couple minutes ago asks about finding Pokemon and Magic the Gathering cards. I know I find them. I usually get mine in bulk deals. I like to find them on Craigslist, Facebook Marketplace, and I'm trying to create some other sources of cards right now from other collectors and people that are getting out of the collections and the hobby and whatnot. Howard Hospitality, where have you found your cards lately?
Well, the original box we didn't know what we were doing, so the first ones we bought a trainer box. Because we didn't know what was really in a trainer box, but it said box of cards, so we were all excited. So we bought the trainer box, and it came with all the stuff we didn't need. But it had like some really good cards in it. So that, from what I understand, I don't collect Pokemon cards, but the guy, one of my friends, he came over and he's like, oh yeah, these ones right here, they're worth a lot. And he told me, like he has a little app on his phone, and so we got some pretty good ones. And then so they're in our machine. So we bought that and then threw them in the machine. And then I started looking on Amazon, and they had 50 packs and 100 packs. So we just ordered a 50 pack before their last stream, not talking to anybody, which I should have. But they sent us this, and it has like, I don't know, 4 or 5 energy cards, and then the rest are Pokemon cards, but they're not like holographics or anything cool like that. So they're just normal Pokemon cards.
So
But for the machine,
with that said, what would you say was your price per card ordering them like that?
It was cheap. It was like, I think it was $7 or $7.99 or something for 50 cards.
For 50 cards, okay.
Wow, that's really
so
good.
If you figure,
do the math on that. What's the math on that?
Well, we charge $1 a card. We don't put 2 in. We put 1 card in our machine, and it's $1. And
wow, okay.
We sell a lot, so profit on that is pretty darn good. But energy cards, we put 2. So
see, I put all my energy cards in like the prize holder things. I put those as my mini prizes in my stacker machine.
Oh, smart. Yeah, I don't have that.
That's
because I don't know what I don't want energy cards in my folders that people are paying for like that. I think a lot of people think they're useless and they just throw them away. So I've been doing them.
Well, then maybe we won't do that then. See, we don't know. This is all new to us, and without knowing, what to do. He told me the same thing. He said, if you're going to put energy cards in there, put a couple or more because they're not really. He said some people want them, but when they're playing, but he said they're not really worth that much. So, and then he told me to mix them like way, not together, like because he said a lot of people will buy a lot of them at once. But we had really good luck that first week. We did triple or more what our normal, what a normal sticker will sell for. So maybe we should be putting 2 in each sleeve. Do you put 2?
I put 2 and I sell them for 50 cents, but they're just bulk cards.
Not here.
So, I do. I got some around here somewhere.
I went by what somebody else was doing at another machine.
Mix in stuff like this every now and then. So this is kind of more of a. I mean, it's probably worth about $5. This is a Rayquaza card. It's a full art, I guess. I don't know if that's what they call them, but this is. I kind of mix these in like every now and then. Not every sleeve, obviously, but a couple through there because people will get this and they'll be like, "Oh my goodness, I got good cards. I'm going to keep buying more cards, right?" So I try to mix in stuff that's worth a couple dollars here and there too, to keep people wanting to come and buy more.
Yeah, like I told you last time, we ended up buying some at a little store and they were fake. So I told her, I said, I'm going to buy. I'm going to buy these. I'm going to buy these ones off Amazon because I read all the reviews and it's like, all real and blah, blah, blah. So I'm like, okay, we'll start there. I said, I'm afraid to buy them off eBay because one guy mentioned here to buy them on eBay, but I was like, I don't know where they're coming from.
Yeah, you never know what you're going to get there.
Yeah. So anyway,
when I was a kid, I used to collect the Pokemon cards like crazy. So I understand. Like I love Pokemon cards when I was kids.
Yeah.
So
for sure. All right. Next question comes in from Crocs J. I think this is a good topic of conversation. What strategies that you guys find the most effective when trying to secure a location? So that's kind of that's probably the hardest thing when it comes to a vending business, right? Is finding locations and getting those yeses when you're asking those business owners. Now, Howard Hospitality Group, you have a little bit more of an advantage of the rest of us, right? Right? So Amelia back there.
I mean, like Amelia can answer this question because I don't. She does it all herself.
Yeah.
So
that's why I'm saying.
I'm going to hand you the microphone.
Why don't you tell us what you say to people when you go into a location to ask if you can put your vending machine in there?
I say that I like do claw machines, and I was wondering if we were able to put one into their location, and they'll usually say yes, or they'll be like, "Oh, let's see if we have space."
Yep.
But that's a great thing because then I kind of let her do it, and she finishes it. She'll tell them, well, these are small. So she'll tell them, these are not the big ones. These are the little ones. And she said, and then we have a flyer that we bring, which is probably something that everybody should have, but it has the measurements on the flyer. So that way they can see, and there's a picture of her. I don't know if I have one here, standing next to it. So you can actually see
the size of it,
see the size compared to her. And she's like, they fit anywhere and you must have one. And then they either kind of him or ha or whatever. But I think we do have an advantage because, an 11-year-old going in and asking.
It's hard to say no to a cute kid, right? Hard to say no.
Right. You can't
but
say
she
no,
also,
right?
like, as you guys know, she doesn't pay commissions either. So, I mean,
that's another bonus for sure.
0%. So 100% goes back. That's awesome.
100%.
I pay. I have to sweeten the deal when I do it. If you don't mind,
How do you do it?
I have a friend. So I got a friend that actually, this was really cool. He got a portable little tiny, because they don't take up much energy. He just got like a little jumper battery pack, just plugged it in, put it on a dolly, and he was just wheeling around through a mall, going to store with it on a dolly. And he stopped in. He got like 3 locations doing that in one mall. I was like, wow, that's a really good idea. But normally what I do is I just go on the internet. I Google map out a route, try to figure out where I want to go, find all the mom and pop shops I want to hit. And I bring a machine with me, 2 or 3 machines even. I'll place 3 machines in a day. And I'll just go to store, show them my mini, show them how small it is. Well, first I walk in, find the location that it will fit in, and find where I want it. And then I'll walk in with the machine and be like, hey, this is my machine right here. I pay you guys. You don't have to do anything. Usually they think I'm trying to sell it to them. I'm like, no, it's my machine. And I let them know that I'm going to pay you. You're going to get money. And I'll take care of the toys. And then they're like, oh, okay. And they'll let me plug it in. And usually it's hard to – there's a lot of people that don't speak English around here because, Arizona's got Hispanics and a lot of Hispanic people, and I don't speak Spanish. So it would be nice to speak Spanish, but my brother does, and so I use him a lot too. And we explain to them, they say yes. But
very cool.
It's funny. Amelia takes in the flyer sometimes, and they think that she wants to hang the flyer on the window because they don't speak great English. And they're like, "Oh yeah, put it on the window, put it on the window." She's like, "No, but I want to," she's trying to talk to him.
So that actually brings up another great question. This one comes from Wesley Pipes 2989. That's funny. So we all know that Amelia doesn't pay any commission, right? But for the rest of us, what's the most you offer a business for profit of a claw machine? So what commissions are you offering when you are making that pitch?
Lowest you can.
You want me to go first, or you want to go first, Galaxy?
Well, I'll start. I don't offer a commission. I see if when I'm talking about placing a machine, my pitch is more about the benefits to them, benefits to their customers, allowing them to have snacks and drinks or whatever like that. Because I focus on full line vending mainly. Obviously, when I'm placing something like a claw machine or trying to, the benefit I use is it's something to do for the kids or something like that. Now, obviously, that's only going to get you so far, right? I do pay commission on all my claw machines. I usually start offering I usually start at 20%, and they usually accept 20%. However, some of my vendor friends I've talked to have told me they don't know how I get away with 20% because they're doing 30, sometimes even 40%. So, what are you guys doing out there?
So for me, I do like the 20, but I usually have the 25%. It's usually my sweet spot. And then 30%, and I've gone as high as 35. If they come up to me and they want 50-50, the way I'd be like is, 35%, which is the highest I'll pay, is really, or I'll even tell them 30%, is really 50-50, because I tell them I pay off on all the sales. That doesn't, and then when I said deduct the product cost, then 30% is really closer to a 50-50 or 35%. And I negotiate with them with that. And then they usually accept 30 to 35%, because if they want 50%, I just think that's way too much. Because then I start losing money, because then I got to pay for product. I got to travel. I got to maintain it. If there's any damage or whatever and stuff, I don't want to make an insurance claim and up my insurance and stuff. So these machines are too cheap. So they're cheaper to fix them. Yeah.
All right. Let's see what else. We got a ton of comments. I'm trying to get through to find questions and different things we can talk about. So I apologize, guys, if you have a comment in there and we haven't gotten to it or we've skipped over it. We're trying to get comments that we can
just type it again for sure.
Yeah. Throw something in there again if we missed it and you really want it to be highlighted. We kind of got off on a couple tangents there, so I apologize for that.
Did you see what Hero 3 said? It's kind of funny. I like
Which one?
In front of my brother, so I like.
All right, let's.
It's towards the. Hero 3 said, "Extreme Vending. Speaking of your brother, did he ever see the video that of the plush where your wife says that it looks like him? Your brother thought it looked like something else. Laugh out loud. Okay, so I don't know. My brother did see that. He was offended because the night before when I was getting this plush in, we were going through it and we were sorting through the stuff, and John said, it looked like something else. And this is what he said it looked like. He thought it looked like Kim Jong-un from North Korea. And so we were laughing like, oh, yeah, Kim Jong-un and stuff. We were laughing about it. And then my wife, today when we're filling up the machine, my wife's like, why is there one that looks like your brother, John? And I just laughed. And so that's what the story is behind. So we make fun of John about it, and John doesn't like that. Yeah, so anyways, it's a funny story. We always tease John because he's fun to tease.
Right. Too funny. All right. Josh asked us another question about the cut to win machine. So have you seen these guys? It's basically a barber cut, but it's only got one prize, and usually it's a pretty large size plush.
Yeah, like a big old teddy bear or something.
Yeah, like a big old teddy bear or something like that. I've actually seen that these machines are doing really well for some of those vendors out there. I obviously don't have any of those machines. I'm guessing neither of you two have any of those machines either, but
to me, they'd be at an arcade or somewhere like that where you'd have more different types of machines that go along with it. I don't know if it would do well, kind of like what we do, where we have, by itself. Yeah, exactly.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know, but they had a lot of them.
You're right. Probably if you had more of a location with multiple games, it would probably do well. But by itself, that would be very challenging. I never thought of it like that, but that's a good point. Very good point.
Quick Play should put one in.
Quick Play should put one in. Yes.
Yeah, you can get them on Alibaba for a pretty cheap price compared to buying them in the States. But I don't know. I haven't thought about getting one because I think just one giant prize would be kind of boring. Because now you're only like, if I put a Pokemon in there, that would be a certain audience will like Pokemon, but maybe in a claw machine you got a whole variety where you can attract a whole bunch of people. That's how I looked at it.
Yeah.
One prize is just going to attract one different type of style of people. So
for sure. I wanted to highlight this comment from Sweet Treat King. I thought this was cool. He says he makes a flyer that shows what he offers. Then he goes to the location and either eats or shops, depending on what type of location it is. Once they see him as a customer, then he asks if the manager is around to talk to them about his flyer, about his vending business. I think that's genius because you're kind of building that foundation. You're already becoming one of their customers. And I don't know about you guys, but I like to support the businesses that have my machines in them. So I want to ensure that I'm their customer. I'll go eat at my pizza restaurant with the Toy Taxi Claw machine every week because they support me. I want to support them too. But I think that's a really cool idea for sure.
She did it at sushi the other day. Yeah. We went to sushi and asked them, but the owner wasn't in, so I went out with the car and got a flyer and we left it there, but we haven't been back to talk to them. But she loves sushi, so
there you go. Good. Cool. All right, guys, keep those comments coming. I know we missed a few, and I apologize for that. But if there's any topics of discussion or questions you want to ask, throw those down in the comments. Also, one more reminder: we're at 27 viewers right now. Make sure you give this video a like, give us a thumbs up. It's going to help other people find this video as well. Make sure you subscribe to myself, Galaxy Games 843, the Howard Hospitality Group, and Xtreme Vending here on YouTube. We can all use your support with those subs, with those thumbs up.
Thanks for the like.
Yeah, thanks, guys. We appreciate that. All right.
Yeah,
so
we got them liking it.
Looks like we're only at 9 likes though right now, so we could use a few more of those, guys. A few more thumbs up. All right. Let's see here.
Oh yeah, we got some comments coming in.
Comments are coming in. Yes, let's talk about the Discord. We haven't talked about the Discord in a while. Xtreme.
Oh yeah.
Tell us more about the Discord.
Okay, so the Discord's a community, and we now are approaching 700, which is so amazing because Galaxy Games and we started talking about putting a Discord up in our live stream a year ago, and now we're at within a year we're at 700 people, which is so amazing. But all these people in this Discord community you got Howard Hospitality, Galaxy Games, and you got other vendors in there that know what they're doing, that are just starting out, just like yourselves maybe. And it's just a great community of people sharing out all their experiences, talking about the plush they get, where they buy their plush, where they buy their machines, and just a way to help each other out. It's like a free information that will educate you. And it's just kind of a fun place to hang out and to really uplift you and talk about your experiences.
Yeah, it's like a big support group for sure.
Yeah.
Big support group.
Well, I see, 3 to 5 people a day coming in now.
Yep.
Like it's getting
right. Well, it's 'cause we're all promoting it and we're all growing it and it's all great. Like today we had someone, and I forget their names because there's so many people. He got a box in, a shipment in, and got his minis and mega minis, and then we had another guy who just placed he just got a location. People talking about their buffets for the very first time, their first collection at buffets or second buffet collection, and my goodness, it's so great to see the collections.
It's great to see everyone succeed for sure.
Yeah,
it is. Sure. It's fun to see that. That's what this Discord's about.
I agree. So just so you know, guys, we have the link to the Discord in all of our videos. So if you want to join us in our Discord, make sure you just go to any one of our videos, find that link, click on that, and you can join our Discord server right there in the description of our videos. FYI. Cool.
Yeah. And we're at 15 likes now, so appreciate everyone who liked the video. That was
there we go. Yes, thank you guys. Thank you for those thumbs ups. We appreciate that. All right, this is a great question. And I had to focus on Mr. Big Daddy Cool because he's got Donkey Kong as his little avatar there.
Yeah,
right? Donkey Kong is my favorite arcade game.
Yeah.
It's my favorite arcade game. So Mr. Big Daddy Cool, which is a very cool screen name by the way, says, "Do you place pinball machines in bar locations? And if so, what's the pitch?" I'm going to say most of us do not place pinball machines in bar locations, and the main reason for that is, do you know how much pinball costs to buy a machine?
Yeah.
Who knows? Put it in the comments if you know. I know Charleston Pinball Arcade, who's also here, knows how much a pinball machine costs. Yeah. Guys, pinball is so expensive. And if you really want to know how much they cost, they were actually kind of maybe coming down in price just a little bit, but it's still super expensive. This past weekend, on Sunday, I posted the results video for the arcade pinball vending coin op All Things Cool auction. Pinball is at the very end of the video, and most of the regular pinball machines that you would want to place out on location that are going to make money cost anywhere from a minimum of about $5,000 or $6,000 up to a price of about $10,000 to $12,000. And if you know anything about pinball takes a special kind of person to maintain, because you know, with claw machines, with arcade games, with vending machines, there's only so many moving parts, but pinball is an intricate machine full of thousands of little moving parts and so many little different things that can break and go wrong.
So many
and when you think about
and everything has to be balanced.
Everything has to be balanced. And when you take that $10,000 machine and you put it out on location and let people beat up on it all day, guess what?
Yeah.
Not fun, right?
It breaks down a lot. But that's the reason why I didn't get into pinballs. I love pinball machines so much.
Pinball's
you nailed it, like the maintenance on that. If you have to service and spend hours you should probably take care of them every single week. Service them every week.
Yeah, you got to clean them because the dirt and dust builds up inside. You got to wax those play fields all the time. It's just a pain. I would never route a pinball machine. They're just too darn expensive.
I love them so much. They're too much.
Yeah, but I have thought about putting claw machines in bars.
Yeah, that's a good thing.
I'm still thinking about that, but I haven't got there yet. But still a thought.
Well, let's not talk about those prizes you were talking about.
Right. We won't do that.
Right. If you want to know, go back and watch last week's live stream. Anyway, let's see.
Anyway, I'll ask John if you want to do time.
Yep. Hero 3 asks, do you think John will ever join the live stream Q&A?
I don't know if he would or not. He likes being unpresentable sometimes. We got an argument actually. I was like, John, we got to stop recording with you in here because you got your feet always showing and you're always wearing bum clothes. And if you get caught in my shot, I have to edit it out and it becomes a pain. And he yelled at me and I was like, oh my goodness. So we got in a little argument about that, and I ended up winning because I'm the boss. So
too funny.
It's my business.
All right, Wesley pipes up with another question. I think this is an important one because it kind of ties in with everything that I like to focus on, obviously. But he asks, how much of a profit difference do you see with a credit card reader plus a dollar bill acceptor on your machine? So ultimately, the more ways that you can take money from a customer is going to be more beneficial to you when it comes to giving them options. Right. Obviously, there's going to be machines that only take quarters. There's going to be machines that take quarters and dollars, and then there's going to be machines that take quarters, dollars, and credit cards. I think we're starting to see more and more credit card readers on more of the amusement type machines. Typically, you see them on full line vending machines. But I know like Howard Hospitality Group, they're starting to do some credit card readers on their mini claws, right? How's that working out for you?
Yeah, so we just started doing that. We ordered all of our new golden houses. All 6 of those we ordered that they had all 3. So they had to have coin, dollar DBAs, and then they had to have the Naniacs. And we wanted to try it. We wanted to see how it worked out. And I really think there are sales we wouldn't have got if we didn't have all 3. But I also think that depending on the location, like if you're at a pizza joint versus like a Mexican restaurant, it's a huge difference.
For sure.
So, pizza restaurant, they just dump quarters and dollars and use the crap out of the credit card machine. And then at the Mexican restaurant, it's only quarters and dollars. Are you all right? Okay. It's only like dollars and quarters. And then every now and then there is, a credit card sale. And so it just depends on the location. So if you don't want to have a bunch of those machines, then I would recommend that you, that you go ahead and, only order them for the ones that you'll use a lot of credit cards on, because otherwise you're paying the fees and you're paying for the.
You know what? I'm gonna kind of disagree a little bit there.
Okay.
And I'm really, when I think about it, obviously I think about it from a full line vending standpoint. But I will say that, like, for example, I'm trying to get credit card readers on all my vending machines. Maybe someday down the road I'll work on my amusement machines too, but right now I'm trying to get them on all vending machines that are compatible. And if they're not compatible, I'm working to upgrade or find new machines to replace those with, so that they can all have them. And the one reason why I say, I agree, location certainly matters when it comes to making sales. But I still think it's important to have credit card readers on machines, even if it's not really going to boost your sales that much. And I'm going to kind of show both sides of the coin with this kind of explanation. So
we have it on all of ours. Every one of ours has one. Yeah.
Exactly. I think you should have them on every machine possible. And like for my example, so one thing where it really did turn a location around for me is my truck accessory shop. So that location, I had one single soda machine in there. It was doing probably about $60 a month. It was terrible. It was awful. And they said, bring in a machine with a credit card reader and bring in a machine that you can do Red Bull and energy drinks in, and you're going to make a lot more sales. And I'm like, I'm only making $60 a month, guys. I can't imagine that this would really turn it around. But they kept bugging me, and I about a year ago, I moved a bunch of machines around, started making all those changes. Now that location is doing $400 and $500 a month because none of them carry cash. So that was the thing. None of them carry cash. So they're like, we want to buy drinks, but we never have any cash. So get a machine with credit card readers. So that's one story. The other is my laundromat location. So my laundromat location in the summer does $400 and $500 a month as well, but only like 5% of the sales come from credit cards. And you got to figure, people at the laundromat, they're stuck there, they're waiting for their clothes to be done. They got a pocket full of quarters or dollar coins as it is. So therefore, the likelihood of them using that credit card reader, probably not as much. But the other benefits from having credit card readers is you always know when your machines are online or offline, right? You always know how much inventory is in your machines. You always know how much money is in your machine. So you can use it for other things, even if it's not making extra sales. In my opinion, it's still worth it.
Yeah.
And while we're talking about credit card readers,
it saved us the other day. We just made that video. I don't know if you guys saw it, but we just made the video with the Mexican restaurant.
It let you know.
We had no idea. Yeah, we didn't even know they were turning the machine off, and so they were just they were totally nice about it, and they just the young girl, she's the one who always collects the ducks from us and stuff, and she's just like, well, my mom's just really bad at turning it back on, she said she just doesn't plug it back in, and she's like she doesn't want to. She thinks that like if people see it inside the store, the way the girl explained it to me was that it's something that somebody might want to steal, and she didn't want somebody breaking in, huh? What?
So you get yourself a $10 timer off of Amazon.
Oh, we did. That's
you
what
go
we
in
did.
there. Yeah, you go in there and put it in.
You didn't watch our video? Shame on you.
I haven't watched it yet.
Yeah, they did that.
I've been super busy. Yeah, get yourself a timer, obviously.
Yeah, we put a timer.
I watched it.
So.
Good.
But yeah, no.
But I want to talk one more thing about credit card readers before we move on to another topic. So NIAX credit card readers obviously are what I recommend. For those of you that don't know, I actually have an affiliate program with NIAX out there. And they're going to be offering some huge sales on Cyber Monday, which is this coming Monday, November 28th. If you've been waiting to get credit card readers for your machines, wait till Monday. Previously, my discount code was giving you, I think, up to 10% off. This Monday only, it's going to be giving you up to 30% off of credit card readers. So you're going to save a ton of money by placing your orders at shop.niax.com this coming Monday, Cyber Monday, November 28th. All the stuff you want from Niax, make sure you use Galaxy Games 843 as your checkout code. Save yourself up to 30% off on your entire order. So check it out, guys, for sure. It's going to be awesome.
I think that
cool.
I think back to the credit card real quick. If you do full line vending at all, you have to have it on your machines.
Yeah.
I don't know how you did it for so many years, Matt, where you didn't know how to do your pre-packs or your what do you call them?
Yeah. Well, we can talk about that for a second too. Yeah. So when I first started, obviously I had a bunch of old machines that weren't credit card compatible. I didn't, have a lot of money, so I was trying to keep my cost down. And basically, I would take those giant Rubbermaid tubs of all my product to all my locations, planning for each machine to be completely sold out, so I had enough to make sure I filled it all the way back up.
Yeah,
without such a giant pain lugging all that around. If you go back in my old videos, you'll see me walking in with those with boxes of product inside that I came from Sam's Club with all that stuff. So thank goodness. That is another thing that I've got some pre-kitting videos to show you how I pre-kit, but it makes it so much easier when you're going to visit your locations to have everything just ready to go. You just bring everything you need, fill up your machine, collect the money, and you're on your way. So it saves you a bunch of time and money too.
We're going to be doing a video similar to that too. It's coming up because we pre-kit also, and I don't know how you could ever do it without. I mean, we have a Prius and a Acadia, and I don't know how you could ever fit that much product in any of either of those cars. So. Very smart.
Yes, for sure. All right, Brelicon's got another great question about your machines. I'm guessing these are for your mini claws. Currently, I see a lot of them at 50 cents, but there's some that are at $1. Are you finding you're getting more customers or more money from those dollar machines? And if you're not, are you planning on moving them to dollar machines?
You want to go first? You want me to go first?
Well, I've actually been moving. I'll go first. I'm sorry. I've been moving all my machines to $1 because, like I said, I've been getting premium plus.
Yeah.
I'm finding that the price ratio is really good for these things. Mm-hmm. So, and it's getting people real excited about seeing the premium plush. Am I lagging, by the way? I'm okay?
Maybe a little bit. Maybe
I feel like I'm lagging. Yeah. Hopefully you guys can hear me. I think my internet out in the countryside is often not good or bad.
We can hear you.
But anyways, I've been moving everything over to $1 just because I've been finding my sales have been increasing. But I do gotta say, if you have a place where they got a lot of change or whatever, 50 cents and stuff will still do really good. And it just I really like what Howard does with his machines. So, but I like $1 also.
We haven't got anything that we felt was worth $1. So we haven't bought a product, the stuff that you guys get off Alibaba. I mean, if I was to buy that on Amazon or even on eBay or anything like that, it would cost way too much. So unless you go and order it in bulk, like you guys do, and you do it for your game store and stuff too, Matt, if we're at that point, we're at the point now where we're still paying off some of our machines and we're just getting started. I mean, we've only been doing this since February. But we're growing so fast, and so many things have been hitting us that we have to buy to keep everything going, that we haven't had a chance to buy something nice like that. But as soon as we can, we want to. We do want to go up. I'd love to have at every location have a 50 cent and $1 machine. I think that and a sticker machine. Those three items would complement each other. I mean, I think huge for people that don't want to spend $1. They got little 50 cent prizes, and for those that want something cooler like Pokemon stuff, to be able to drop $1 in there and get something that's licensed like that is awesome. I'd love to have one at each place, but we're just not there yet. So we've been buying stuff for super cheap and selling it for 50 cents, and
it works.
Right? And we're running our machines loose too. I mean, we're running 1-to-4 ratios where most people are running 5s and 7s and higher, and people are loving it, and we're doing very well. So,
remember, like Quick Play said last week, more winners equals more players, right? So when people are winning, they're going to continue to play. They're going to tell their friends they won, and those friends are going to play machines too.
Like she's a little pimp at school, you know. I mean, everybody's just like, oh, we love your machines, and I won a prize the other day, and they love talking to her about it and stuff. So it's
That's
working.
awesome.
I mean, the kids talk about it. So
all her friends are going to the locations and playing the machines too.
Oh yeah.
That's awesome. Yeah. Not only are you finding those locations, but you're promoting locations to other people too. Love it.
Yeah.
Great job, Amelia.
Yeah.
Yeah. So this is a good question that came up from Chance Moore. He says, wow, we all see videos of machines doing good or great, but my question is, what is the ratio of good to those that don't do so good or bomb out? So I know I always try to show all my machines, and whether they do good or bad. If you watch today's video at the brewery location, I think we did $136 for 1 month from a snack vending machine, which if you look at my comments, people are saying that's a terrible location. It's like, you got to move that machine. So I show everything. I don't show just the good, or I don't put extra money in my dollar bill acceptors so you can see these giant stacks of money. When I pull out a giant stack of money, it's for real. You know what I mean? But yeah, I think we all are pretty honest when we're showing, what's doing well, what's not doing so well, because that's another thing we're going to talk about in the Discord too, right? What does well, what doesn't do well.
Yeah, I mean, I wish we would have videotaped. We went because we got those new golden houses, and then we also ordered some Nayax machines with them to put on the candy machines, and we went to go to what's the place, the Corn Man called? We call him the Corn Man, but basically it's like the guys, that sell on the cart, but he actually had his store here locally. And so we went in there and, what happened?
We lost Xtreme for just a minute. So his internet must be going in and out.
Me. So
there you go.
We went in there and the machine was off. And we asked him, he doesn't speak very good English, unfortunately. So we were trying to ask him, and there was a nice young girl in there, and she said, he said that the machine was sparking, and that there were sparks coming out of it. And we're like, what? And so we're like, sparks? And like, yeah. And so we kind of looked around, and like the extent of the cord from the back of the machine was like bent all up. And so I guess what they may have been doing was moving it to clean around it and stuff.
Yeah.
And they had, so many times they put it on top of it. So I guess when he plugged it in, it was sparking at him. So he unplugged it. But that location wasn't doing very good anyways. We were only getting about maybe $40 a week out of there or something. It just declined. And I don't know if it was because his business declined or what, but it used to be one of our best locations. But that day I just told her, I said, let's just take it home. And we opened the back of the Prius and like folded down the seats and threw the mini claw machine in the back and took it home. I mean, they're so small, we had to kind of put it in an angle. But I wish I would have filmed it, but I was kind of upset, because I was like, this is a brand new machine.
Yeah.
That shouldn't be sparking. I mean, the thing's only a few months old, and, and something's wrong with it. And I was kind of freaking out because I didn't know what was wrong with it, and I didn't want to plug it in while I was there because it's sparking.
Yeah.
So come to find out, I mean, I put a new cord on it and it was fine. But
I was going to say just a cord replacement, right? Good.
Yeah, that's all it was, but we didn't know. And we're freaking out. And she's looking at me like, what's wrong with my machine? And I'm like, I don't know. We'll take it home, and the whole ride home, she's like, well, what's wrong? And I'm like, I don't know. We don't know what's wrong with it. But I never took one back. We were going to put the Nayax on it and take it back. But that's one of those stories that you're going to lose locations, and they're not always going to be great.
That's true. That's true.
You
are going to lose locations. It happens.
So much. You can just move it around. And that's my experience. If I have a bad location, usually I let it sit for a while and see how it does throughout the next few months. But I easily just pick it up and move it to another location. So,
for sure.
Yeah, I find the route.
Aww,
cool.
They like you. They like seeing.
Yeah, I wanted to highlight this one. So Terry says, Galaxy Games 843, huge improvement on your video tonight. So just so you guys know, after the live stream last week, I went back, I watched the replay because I wanted to critique everything, and I saw my video, and I was like, oh my God, that is terrible. So those of you who commented I was blurry, you are absolutely correct. It was awful. I agree. And what I did was I noticed that Xtreme's camera looked pretty nice. So I said, Xtreme, what camera are you using? So he recommended us his camera. So now all three of us have the same camera, if I'm not mistaken, right?
We all
right. So now we're all using the same camera.
King and Howard. You both messaged me at like the same time. I was like, what? Am I having this deja vu?
We were probably all watching the replay of the live stream because, we want to see what we did well. We want to see what we can do better. And obviously video was one of those things we all thought hey, I could do better at this. So thanks everyone that called that out. I agree, it was terrible last week. This week much better, and I'm glad we're getting the feedback that it's looking better. Thank you for that. All right. All right, let's take a comment from Charleston Pinball Arcade. It looks like he's talking about Claw Kicker, the OG of YouTube, right? Says his machines have been getting busted and robbed like crazy recently. Any of the same for you guys? So I think, we all have had some sort of story about one of our machines getting broken into or robbed or whatnot. I've had at least 3 break-ins on my machines. I know Xtreme's had at least 1 issue. Howard Hospitality, maybe not so much yet, but it's coming, buddy. It's going to happen. That's the cost of doing business, right? So, has anyone had any issues lately? I haven't had anything since the flea market spot where the guy took the AirPods out of my claw machine. So knock on wood that I won't have anything again. But I try to I try to see the silver lining and everything. At least when that happens, I can make a good video out of it, right? Everybody loves to see that kind of stuff on video. So I can always make a good video out of it. And I try to, like I said, see the silver lining in those situations. What about you guys? Anything?
Yeah, I've had a few times. I've had a couple burglaries. So
we actually took some locks off ours. Probably should.
Oh, you took a lot.
Well,
yeah, you go ahead. Go first.
Well, I'm sorry, I didn't know. I think you were done. We have a couple locations that are near busy roads, so we thought maybe we needed locks on our stuff. Everybody had locks, and then we started to realize, like, the little Mexican restaurant, like, somebody's always at the counter, right there watching it, and they know her, and they're not going to let anything happen to her machine, or they know whose machine it is. I don't know. We probably are really bad with that. We're probably too trusting, I think. What was your issue? I'm sorry. I didn't mean to interrupt you. I apologize.
I've had 3 experiences. One was that video where the guy was trying to shake the machine and he got fired. So that was great. I had an experience up in my Payson route where a guy broke into a restaurant after hours and he robbed the register and he went over to my Mini and he broke open the dollar bill. I didn't put locks on. This is when I started adding locks onto my machines. He broke open the dollar bill acceptor, the bin, and grabbed the money out of the dollar bills. And I thought to myself, man, he didn't get that much because this location uses quarters. So he probably broke my machine for like $15. I had so many quarters. This location always gets quarters. So I got lucky on that. He left the quarters alone. And then the final time, someone torched my machine to break open the money. And it was
that
like
was a while back.
Yeah, it was when I was earlier. It was like 2 days after a collection. So they only got like $20-$30 out. But I already, like 2 days before I collected, it was like $400. So I was really lucky that I got that money out before they broke in.
For sure.
So those are my 3.
Well, thanks for sharing, guys. Big shout out, Big Guy Vending. Welcome.
Hey.
Good to see you here, buddy. I haven't heard from you in a while. Good to see you here. And it looks like he's also got a question for us, or maybe a comment. Let's see. It says, for Xtreme Vending, you're buying overseas from candy machines. Which do you prefer for mini claws, overseas or from candymachines.com?
Honestly, any mini claw machine I absolutely love. Candy machines are just so amazing, and so I love them. You can get them right away. But I also love my regular minis because I know them by hand, and like I know everything about these other machines on my other side. So either machine I love. If you're going to do a route that you're going to have to travel far away from, then I recommend like AZ Amusement or Candy machines, just because you're going to be able to get these machines and leave them there for a long time and not have to constantly check on them. So it's just like fast return on investment. A little bit more pricier, but better quality. It's whatever you want to do. I love them both.
Excellent. And something that we've all been talking about off camera all week too, where we might get some insight on some new types of machines and some different things like that. The NVVA, right? So we've been talking about that this week. Going to Vegas, talking Xtreme Vending and possibly joining us too. So as you know, the National Bulk Vending Association conference or trade show, whatever you want to call it, is this coming March in Las Vegas, Nevada. And not only do they have the National Bulk Vending Association conference or trade show, they also have other things there too, like an amusement show where they feature things like different new claw machines and things like that. So I know now. I've obviously never been there.
What is it? The International. Sorry to interrupt you, but the International Amusement Conference
is it
with
IAPA?
it.
Because IAPA just happened in Florida.
No, not IAPA. It's
but it's something similar. It's something similar.
Yeah.
Where there's going to be all kinds of vendors and places promoting their claw machines, mini claw machines, different things like that, amusement devices, and all the new stuff. So it's something we're all working on, making sure that we can all get there to attend and maybe learn about some new machines. If we can all work it out and make this happen, there's definitely going to be some videos coming out. Howard Hospitality Group will be there for sure. So hopefully they'll be able to cover. I am planning on going right now, as of right now. And I think we might have Xtreme Vending on board. I don't know. What are your thoughts on that, Xtreme? What are you thinking?
I would love to meet all of you. So it's like every time we talk, I just want to go over there more and more. I hate traveling, but I would just love to meet you guys, shake your hands, and like just off camera, off the record, just kind of talk like, people. And just
that's the other thing too. There's going to be multiple other YouTube vending channels there as well. Quick Play will be there for sure. Quick Play was here with us last week and they talked it up. I think Jaime Ibanez will be there. I know he's been there before.
He was there last year, or he was coming, I think. Yeah.
Yeah, and I'm sure there's other channels out there too. We're not sure who else might, be in attendance. Obviously, we're kind of the small guys, right? So we don't have all those connections with all the bigger guys. But I do know that Quick Play will be there for sure. Howard Hospitality Group will be there for sure. I'm planning on going as of right now, unless something weird happens or weird changes. And it sounds like we might have Xtreme Vending on board. So with that said, we'll definitely have to do some collaborations, some videos, some live streams, all that kind of cool stuff. I'm already starting to think about how can we do a Wednesday night live stream from Vegas, right?
That would be awesome.
Are we all going to have to crowd around a little laptop or something like that and talk? Like, how are we going to do that? Because it's a midweek conference. I think it's a Tuesday through Thursday. Yeah. And if we do that, if we continue these Wednesday live streams, how are we going to do that? So we'll need to think about that and talk about it off camera for sure.
Yeah, some people have some comments on it too, it looks like.
Well, it looks like Big Guy Vending says he might even show up in Vegas first. Beer on him. We're going to take you up on that.
Wow, nice.
Good stuff.
Oh, Hero had a question.
Yeah, I'll take advantage of that.
Yeah, go for it.
He said, what happens at these events?
I'll pop it up here.
Did you go last year, Matt?
I did not go. I've never been.
So we went last year, and it was our first vending conference that we had been to. And it was, I didn't even understand the amusement expo part of it being part of it. We didn't understand that going, and it is a huge deal of all the new video games, all the new claw machines, everybody, candymachines.com was there, Easy Amusements is there, a lot of companies selling the newest, like we were talking about those keyhole machines, the cutting machines, all that stuff was there. They had claw machines that were like 6 tiny mini claw machines in one table that you played from the top, versus from the side. I mean, they had all kinds of cool stuff. And then the amusement, and so that was going on at the same time. And then you meet all the people for both vending. So you meet all the people that do, all the candy and all the plush and all the stuff that you want. And there's the licensed plush there and stuff too. But it was great. And I mean, they had stuff on how to get started, and then you have all these veterans that have been doing it for, 30, 40 years that are there that are just like, I've been doing it this long and that's not how you do it. And you do it this way and that way. And, and they kind of help you and stuff. And it was cool. We had a good time and we learned a lot. And that's where we ordered our first 3 claw machines was from there, and a bunch of candy machines.
That's it. Yeah. I think you're definitely going to make some connections for sure. Right. That's the big thing. What's your question?
Are you guys going to bring your spouse? Are you going to, if you go, are you going to bring your spouse or your child and stuff?
No.
Amelia, no. I don't know. We're still talking about Amelia.
No. I would love to bring Mrs. Galaxy Games 843. I would love to. I would prefer that she go, but she will not get on an airplane, so that's not going to happen. Unless we take a train for 5 days. She will not get on an airplane.
5 day trip.
I on the other hand, an airplane is the only way to travel. So
yeah.
It's just going to be just me.
No, okay. Yeah, if I go, I think I want to bring my wife. I love having my wife with me everywhere I go. It's just really lonely not having her. She's a big support.
I understand.
Yeah.
I wish Mrs. Galaxy Games would get on an airplane. I really do.
Well, it's funny because
Sure.
you know Kevin from CandyMachines.com. I didn't even meet him till the last day, but Natalie, my wife, we went to, somebody rents out the Elvis suite on the top of the Westgate. The whole top level is basically the old Elvis suite up there, and they do that one of the nights that you're there, and everybody gets to go up there and eat all the food and drink as much as you want and all that stuff. And she actually met Harris, who's the other owner of CandyMachines.com, and they hit it off. And so then she introduced me, and that's where we started talking about the claw machines and all that. And so if it wasn't for my wife, we wouldn't be into claw machines, pretty much. She's the one that talked to her and got the connection going. So you got to bring her. That's just the way it is.
I would prefer to bring my wife. I really would.
Yeah.
All right.
Put in a box.
Joey, come on, man.
Okay.
So Joey's a buddy of mine, and we see each other at the auctions all the time. And as you know, I haven't bought anything at the auction in quite a long time, right? So he's asking, when will Galaxy Games 843 make a purchase at the arcade auction? I almost did this time, guys. I really almost did, but it was getting late in the day, and I was tired, and like some deals were had for sure. There were some good prices, but it got to the point where I was like, you know what? I could buy that, or I could bid on that, but I don't feel like loading it in my truck, you know? Yeah. So that was my problem this time around. I should have bought some things. I really should have. But it got to the point where I just didn't feel like loading things up. I didn't have a trailer with me, so I would have physically had to pick them up and put them in the back of my truck. And I just didn't want to do that this time. So there is another auction coming up in a couple weeks in North Carolina, which I'm sure Joey will be at. So Joey, hopefully I make you proud this time, because hopefully I'll have the trailer with me and it will be easier.
But somebody wants to get into
I'll help you load it up next time.
It's also going to be the Christmas auction, though. So the Christmas auction, the price is going to be insane. So, yeah, I probably won't buy anything there either. So just throwing it out there. It happens.
You want to get into vending, start with candy machines and mini claw machines. If you want the easy way to get things around and not have to buy a trailer and a truck or anything.
He says he'll help me load, so I'm going to hold you to that.
Oh, there you go.
I really am.
There you
go. For sure. Too funny. Well, I will tell you the comments on our streaming software are coming in so much slower. There's like at least a 4-minute delay on our streaming software comments than in the actual live stream comments. So that's going to throw a little bit of a wrench into topics of discussion. So I apologize for that, guys, just so you know.
If you want to open a window, YouTube window, that's what I have up, and I can see them.
I have it up too, but I can't pop those up on our screen, just so you know.
Oh, right. I see what you're saying.
Yeah. So I'm going to just be addressing the comments as they come in on YouTube for now.
Okay.
Until they pop up in our streaming software, because it seems like it might have stopped bringing in comments for at least 4 minutes.
It's probably me. I'm probably lagging it out.
Yeah, it's all your fault. It's all Xtreme's fault.
I feel like I'm the biggest lagger right now.
He's the biggest lagger.
That's actually my old YouTube channel. I have a gaming channel called Lagsger, and it was so funny. Oh my gosh, I had a lot of fun doing that with my wife.
That is funny. Love it. What else we got? Hero 3 says if he goes, he's going to bring his spouse. So cool. Big Guy Vending says, are pinball machines still good buys? Are they being played much anymore? We talked about that earlier, Big Guy Vending. Pinball machines are great buys. They're fun machines. People will go and play them. The problem is they cost so darn much. They're just so expensive. And the maintenance on them could be very expensive too. Replacement parts. There's a ton of moving parts inside. And I don't know if you've ever lifted up a playfield on a pinball machine, but the underneath is like a maze of wires and channels and switches and everything. It's scary. It's if you don't know what you're doing, pinball is scary underneath that playfield. Just saying. Yeah. So that could be a problem. Let's see. We got another question. Looks like it's about NIAX. Joey says, have you guys ever seen a delay with activating NIAX? I've been waiting 20 days since submitting a ticket. So Joey, let me ask you a question. Yes. Do you already have a NIAX account? Is this a new account or an existing account? Because that makes a difference.
Yeah.
I have heard there is a backlog on the new activations.
There was for us.
What's that?
It was for 6 weeks for us.
6 weeks.
6 weeks.
That is.
Oh, you got lucky. It was
That's insane.
4 months. Oh, no, it's like 3 months for me. 3 months for me.
6 weeks before we actually got the email saying that it's been activated, and then there was another 2 weeks or about a week and a half for the machines to be inputted in the system or whatever. So total was about 2 months. Was what it took.
Yeah, and Joey says first one, so that means it's for a new account. So
yeah,
obviously, in my opinion, that's unacceptable. And I love Nyax, I really do. I had no idea that it was taking that long for new accounts to get set up. I knew there was some backlog, but I didn't know it was that long. Guys, I'm definitely going to make sure that my contact at Nyax knows the frustrations out there, because that's not cool. Especially if they want to continue to grow, they need to fix that problem for sure.
Well, especially on your videos, I think you should say that, to people, just so you know, like, just like if you were going to get somebody, you were going to buy, let's say you're going to buy a new vending machine, right now it takes 6 months to get a new machine from the vending company. You got to be honest with your clients. The same with people that want Nyax, because if they use your code, at least say on your video, there is a backlog and you're going to wait, because we did, and we had no idea when we bought we thought as soon as the machines arrived, it was going to be ready to go. And he thought, Grant from AZ Amusements, he thought the same thing. He didn't know there was a backup. And so then he called him and he's like, oh no, there's a problem. Like, it's going to be longer than we think. And I'm like, okay, that's fine.
For sure.
But he was totally honest with it, but it's pretty significant. Like, it's a ways. So if you order machines, like from the ones that you get Xtreme, like when you order your machines from overseas, sometimes it takes a while to get the machines anyway. So start the Nyax process right away, and then by the time the machines show up,
that's a good point. Process, plan ahead.
With Nyax was really scary because they finally activated it, and I was collecting money, but they never would pay me. I was like, "What's going on?" So this is after 2 months of waiting, like you said, the 2 months. Well, apparently, when they filled out the form and stuff like that, they linked me. There's another company probably in Florida, I think it was, called Xtreme Vending with an E, and mine's an X. And so they linked me up with another Xtreme Vending. So those imposters were almost getting my money. So they probably were set up before me, honestly. But still, they straightened it out. It took like they owed me at this time in credit card charges about $600 before they finally were able to start paying me, and they backlogged it and gave me all the money. So it was all good. But it was like a 3 or 4 months process. It was scary. I wasn't so happy.
I can imagine.
We missed. So for us that have full size claw machines, which one's your favorite? I didn't see that.
Which one? Who's that from?
Hero 3. It was right above the Nyax question. I don't have any full size.
All right, so I can talk about that. So when it comes to full size claw machines, there's a couple different options. They're going to be good claw machines. Anything from coast to coast, basically. That's going to be your hot stuff, your toy taxi. I think there's a dog catcher one that's not, you don't see as often. There's a couple other ones out there. They all look the same. They're just different colors and they've got different names, but they look exactly the same. Another good one is going to be your pirate's chest. That's going to be a really good full size one, as well as your toy soldiers. Those are probably the only things that I would recommend going with when it comes to routing claw machines, full size anyway. Anything else, I'm not as much of a big fan of. Ice makes some decent machines, but I've not had as much luck with the ice machines. What else? The treasure chest machines, like the one I have at the flea market arcade. It's great for that location, but I had it at the game store and I hated it at the game store. So I definitely wanted to make that upgrade there. So yeah, coast to coast machines or coastal machines, which I think is who makes Toy Soldier, are probably going to be your best bets for sure.
I noticed that I watched a few of the ET vendings. The guy or the girl and her boyfriend the younger couple that do the vending, they had the arcade and stuff, and they've been buying a lot of those full size from Alibaba, and and they said even on the video they said it came with no instructions, and they had to figure it out how to do it all themselves, which I'm sure is the same thing that you did, David. But there is going to be if you're going to buy a new one, you might want to buy it from someone in the US till you figure out how to use them. And then maybe
and honestly, I buy all mine from those auctions. That's the place to get them. If you have an auction nearby or somewhere where you can get it like that, that's going to be your best bet, for sure. All right, what are the questions we have in here? Here's one that's kind of still related to claw machines. It's if you had the choice. This is from Wesley Pipes again. If you had the choice to place a full-size claw machine versus a mini claw machine, which would you pick and why? So let's all three answer that question. Who wants to go first?
Okay. I'll go first.
Yeah.
Go for
Or
it.
you go first. I don't care. Go ahead.
No, I meant like, yeah, I agree. You go first.
Oh, okay.
You go first.
Minis. Oh, I mean,
so why?
After hauling around full-size vending machines, like, because we do the snack and the drink and all that, and the ease of being able to take those little things and the ease of placing them, like going into a place and saying, the thing's only this big. You know, I can put this anywhere in your store versus trying to fit a 36-inch by, or whatever they are. I don't know how big full-size claw machines are dimension-wise. But I mean, they're too heavy and they're too awkward. And I think it would be, and then they're hard to place. I think you need to have like a pizza place that wants 2 or 3 of them, or somewhere like that, to just put a freestanding, you know, or a Mexican supermarket, like the Hispanic supermarkets. They like the big ones like that. But I can't think of anywhere else that I'd be able to place one. I mean, maybe you guys can, but the minis
Xtreme wants to weigh in on it for us.
Yeah, well, I agree with Howard quite a bit. I do like the large ones because they have a purpose in the place. And if you have the talent to place one of those and you can get them placed, I mean, more power to you. That's awesome. But my also thought is the plush for the minis are also cheaper. And so it's like you can make just as much money if you have a good location. Debatable, I guess you can say. But I find the plush very affordable, and you can keep stocking the machines. And also, the placing the minis are just so easy, like I was saying. And you can go to locations that normally could not fit a claw machine at all, and go to places that just like those tiny, tiny little single slot. You know, you go to the outside or the shopping centers, and you got those little 800 square foot buildings, and you can barely even get in there. You can put a mini machine in there, and that's a location that would do really well if they had the space for a claw machine, and they do because of the minis. So, and they're easy to move around. So that's why I like them.
Now, my answer is a little bit different, and I'm not saying I don't like minis. Okay, I'm not saying I don't like minis.
I know. I knew you were going to say that. So,
right? I prefer the larger machines, and I'm not saying that. Like I said, I'm not saying I don't like minis, because I think there's a place for them. Like everyone's saying, some locations just don't have the space. What I don't like about minis is you can't fit a lot of product in them, right? Unless you're going with very small items. So I know, like kind of the plush that Xtreme has just shown us. How many of those can you fit in a mini?
About 30.
Okay, well,
but that's my mini.
Right.
If you were to do this one, you could put more.
Yeah. So I never had that mini. I had the other minis, which had much smaller play fields and much smaller fences to put that stuff in. What I think though is I'm going to use my pizza shop as an example, because I've had both a mini and a full-size machine in that spot. And I think that, of course, it's going to be dependent on location, but you may see better results from a full-size claw machine with larger prizes inside. I know when I had the mini, I did a bunch of like Pokemon, like backpack clip keychain things, and like smaller prizes like that. And I think when I upgraded to the full-size claw machine in that location, I did the regular size plush, my sales almost tripled and my results almost tripled, because I think people wanted those prizes more than they wanted the stuff I was running in the mini machine. Yeah. So since then, I actually just sold my mini machine this week. So I no longer even have a mini machine, because I want to get more large machines. I agree that the ease of moving a mini around is much better, but I think I'm going to focus on the large size machines in my case.
Galaxy. I actually have a vendor, and he's that I talk to all the time. Actually, he calls me up. We became friends since I started this channel. He's in Texas, and he will concur with everything you said.
Mm-hmm.
He has a whole bunch of minis that he went out and bought a whole bunch of minis because of my YouTube channel.
Yep.
And then he went to auctions, like you said, Galaxy,
Mm-hmm.
and bought a whole bunch of large machines.
Yep.
Definitely easier to place the minis, harder to place the larger ones. But every location he says is his minis get half the amount of revenue than his larger ones do.
Yep.
So there are times where you will make more money with the larger machines.
Yeah.
For me, I just what I do is if the mini doesn't perform that well, I just move it up into my car and I move it somewhere else. So that's my strategy. But Galaxy, I know what Galaxy's saying.
Yeah. Another thing too, like we said, it depends on location. Like the minis too, you almost have to place them somewhere where somebody is there and can keep an eye on the machine. You know, you can bolt them to the floor. You can put a dumbbell in them to weight them down, but it still is going to be a lot easier. Just like it's easier for you to place the machine, it's going to be a lot easier for someone else to take that machine and steal it or do something nefarious to it, right? So keep that in mind too. Like for my laundromat location, if I were to put a machine, like a claw machine inside, there is absolutely no way I'd put a mini machine inside that spot because it doesn't have a full-time attendant. It's open 24 hours. And we've already had the soda machine outside broken into twice, and that's a much more heavy-duty machine. So therefore, if I were to put a claw machine inside, it would definitely be a big one that I could really secure down a heck of a lot better for sure. So
I'm also like 10 years older than you guys, so I can't move big things in. So I'm getting old.
One last thought: if you ever got like a machine like this that can hold a lot more plush, I think it would. And this is a lot more sturdier, and you got a mega prize. I think it would change your mind.
It probably would, because I haven't seen those ones in person yet either. I'm hoping to see a lot of that kind of stuff when we go to Las Vegas, right?
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
for sure.
It's a whole new ball game because I watched the videos with Xtreme, and that was kind of what I was gonna buy before I went to Vegas and really looked at the claw machines, was what he was getting. But then I saw the mini, from candymachines.com, and I'm like, look at all that stuff in there. Like I'm used to watching him do, lay out his little emojis and when he did his stuff, and he'd put like one layer of stuff and then he'd come back and check on it or whatever. And I'm like, that seems like kind of a lot of work. And then I saw this thing that you can hold. Well, you did your video you released today that I saw that you put how many ducks? You did like 300
more toy.
Yeah, 300 and something prizes inside of that thing. And
that's cool. That's real cool.
That's like months that you would have to go before you have to go back. It's a lot of stuff. So I don't know. I think it'd be nice for you to have one just kind of in your garage, Matt, that you could just, if you find a location, you're driving by somewhere and they're like, oh yeah, I'll take a little one. You can just throw it in there, just have one around.
Like I said, my plan is to look at these machines while we're in Vegas. I see candymachines.com has joined the live stream. Welcome, Kevin.
Oh, hey,
and
Kevin.
He is calling Xtreme out about definitely on board for NBVA. So
that's
maybe
amazing.
I could take a look at some of those Candy Machine mini claw machines while we're in Vegas and make some decisions based off that. Because I've never seen the new ones in person, and I got to say they look sturdier, they look cooler.
They look good in the video today.
Yeah, sure. That one behind you there, does that have a prize locker at the top? Is that what that is, or is that some sort of
that's actually a Nintendo Switch in there.
Okay, see, that's super cool.
Yeah, isn't that so cool?
I mean, imagine, I'm doing super well with the Pokeballs at the game store. Imagine if I put a key in one of them and you could win a Nintendo Switch, how much even better they would sell like that.
Oh, yeah.
That would be pretty awesome.
Yeah, for sure. And I didn't really talk about it in the video, and I should have, and I feel bad. The stability on this mini, it's so much better than the other minis. It's heavier, so it's got a lot of weight to it. And I did show that the cord is you can pull the cord around in the video.
Yeah, that was cool.
Against the wall if you want to. And there's actually a bracket built into the machine in the back, so you can just easily like hook it to something, or if you wanted to, if you've got permission to put some hole or a screw in or something, a bolt in. But it's a really cool machine.
For sure.
I'm real excited.
Definitely want to check it out. So welcome candymachines.com to the live stream. We appreciate you being here. Very cool. All right, what else we got? Let's see here. Other questions, comments, concerns. So it looks like Sweet Treat King also said he prefers, or that the larger machines are kind of heavy for him to move around too. So I'm guessing he prefers the mini claws too. Cool. Wesley Pipe says thanks for the responses. He appreciates it, and happy Thanksgiving. Happy Thanksgiving to you.
Happy Thanksgiving, everybody.
Yeah. Let's see what else we got. Hero 3 says, if I do make the change to one of those machines, I need to upgrade that 50-cent coin back to $1. Yeah, so we've talked, I always get that comment in all my videos about how are you selling those things for 50 cents? So it's true I'm not making a huge profit on those Pokeballs in my machine, but let's be honest, guys. How cool is it pulling all those quarters out every month to pour into that coin scale, and we all get to see that? That's the coolest part. And that's one of the main reasons why I'm afraid to change that coin back to a higher price. Plus, that location is super cool. Everybody there is awesome. And I know that machine drives a lot of traffic to their store. I don't want to mess that up for them either. Yeah. So for the time being, I'm just going to keep it at 50 cents and I'm going to keep it rolling. I know they love it. I love it. Everybody loves it. It makes for great videos. So even if I'm not making a huge profit, everybody's winning. So that's why I'm keeping it as is for now.
Your TikTok loved it too.
Yeah. So I did over 500,000 views on TikTok on one video this week because of those Pokeballs. And it's still growing. So with that said, go follow us all on TikTok too. Galaxy Games 843 on TikTok. If you're wondering, gonna be the same. But I'm working towards getting to 10,000 followers there. So help me out, guys. If you haven't done that, go follow me on TikTok too.
Oh my gosh. Between your two videos, Galaxy Games, you're nearly at 750,000.
Yeah, we're almost at 750,000 between those two videos. It's really helping out. It's really awesome. And I've got
you're at 7,400 followers. Oh my gosh,
we're working on it. We were just a couple days ago. We were less than 1,000, so it's growing fast, and hopefully we'll get to that 10,000 in the next couple days. I've got more Pokeball videos planned for TikTok. I'm gonna ride that wave as long as possible. I'm gonna keep making videos.
I know.
So you'll see one over there tomorrow too. It's not gonna be on YouTube. It's only gonna be on TikTok. So we're gonna kind of split them up there as well, for sure.
Awesome.
Let's see, what do we got? CandyMachines.com says they're supposed to be at dinner, so they're in and out. But great job. Thanks, CandyMachines.com. Well, nice. Hope you enjoy your dinner. And let's see what else we got. So Hero 3 says you guys got celebrities on both live streams. That's awesome. Yes. But, we're cool guys, right? We can get some cool people here, right? We had Quick Play last week. And I don't know, Quick Play might even still join tonight. I did throw them an invite, so we'll see what happens. You never know. For sure. Here's a good question that could be a good topic of conversation. JP Maximus asks, what's the lowest and highest you made on a mini in a month? Now, obviously, I'm not going to be any good for answering that question. Do you guys want to talk about your highs and lows on minis?
Yeah, go ahead. David,
I've gotten like $1,200 before in the mini before in a month.
$1,200.
But that means I have to go over there and I don't have, and this is new to me, but the other mini, which is behind me, I have to refill it like every week when it's getting that kind of action. And so every week I go over there and it's like 300. And then I've had some minis that didn't do so well, and I usually just move them. But I've had as little as like $70 a month. And then I'm like, okay, if it doesn't improve after the next 2 months, I'm just going to pull it and find a location. By month 2, if it's still doing that, I'm looking around for a new spot for it. Yep. And then by month 3, I'll just pull it out and move it. So.
Yeah, the lowest that we had was that one shop that we talked about, and it was an average between 30 and 50 a week, and then it started to sort of decline. So that was the lowest, and then as far as the most we've had is our 2 newest locations they're looking to do probably $800 to $1,000 probably.
That's pretty good.
Those two machines each. So I think that those would be really great. Those are the grocery store ones because we got that new one, and it's even better than the other one. So, but there are lows, but I mean it's still making money. And it's not costing you anything. So, and if you think that if it was a candy machine, it would make even less. So you're probably making what, 20 to 30 bucks a week on a really good candy machine location if you had one. So what's it really costing you to just put it somewhere instead of it sitting in your garage? So if you find a better location, move it. But if not, I mean, they say, oh, that's a bad location, but it's like, well, what is it going to do? Sit in my garage?
It's free storage that does. It's still making some money, right?
For sure. And our logo's out there and our phone number's out there, and we've made those new flyers for birthday parties. So we have the birthday party flyer that we have in the back of the machine saying we do birthday parties and stuff too. And so it's free advertisement for us. So
for sure.
I don't know. They're pretty. They're cool looking. You know, they're shiny. So I don't know.
I agree.
I think it's.
I agree. Going back to the coins with the Pokeballs for just a minute, Beetlejuice says that coin scale is so satisfying. Yeah, I love
that is. That thing is cool. Yeah.
So those scales aren't super expensive. I think I bought mine on eBay for like, I don't know, $130 or something like that. So it wasn't too bad.
I looked them up when I saw yours, and it was like $300.
Yeah, buying a brand new, they are going to be like that.
Yeah.
So look on eBay, guys. If you want those coin scales, check on eBay. You can find deals.
Yeah, because Quick Play uses those too, and they are just cool to watch.
Well, I bought mine because Quick Play, they have theirs too. Yeah, and guys, it is so awesome. You immediately know exactly how many quarters there are, and it works so well. It's so, and it takes a ton of batteries. It takes like 8 AA batteries, but it's worth it. It's worth it to not have to plug it in, right?
Right.
Yeah. So I definitely recommend those scales. They're awesome, and everybody loves them in the videos too. That's I bought it just because I wanted to have better videos. Really.
Yeah.
Cool. All right, Joey's asking a question, and this is something that drives me crazy because this happens to all of us, right? So what happens, or what do you guys do, or how do you handle situations when you walk in to your location and nobody called you, nobody let you know, but there's an out of order machine sign on your machine? That's happened to me multiple times. Or I'll walk in, the machine's just unplugged, something like that. What do you guys do? How do you handle?
So we had that one location I think we talked about last week, right? That we had that one drink machine location that manager just he was just really weird, and he did that to us, and I've never had anything happen, and we are all excited because we just got this started, and he threw a sign on there and said take it away, and like you said, the machines are not light, and Pepsi delivered it for us 4 days before for free. So now we have to find a way to get it home, and I don't have a truck. So, I mean, it was a nightmare, So I don't know. I mean, I haven't had it happen on a claw machine or anything like that. Maybe Xtreme Vending has, but I've never had anything like that.
For me, I've had walked in and it just happened actually at my Bosa's Donuts. I had an out of order sign, and what happened is someone thought it was broken, told the employees, and said I put a quarter in and didn't play. Well, it's $1 a play, and so they put 1 quarter in. And there's a sticker that says it, but it's just a kid, and they're like, well, they said it wasn't taking, it ate their money, and I'm like, well, there's a credit, and I showed them that happens a lot, and just kind of I'm like, next time let them know it's only $1. They try to tell the employees in a nice way, but most of the time I get an out order sign. There's nothing wrong with it. Yeah, almost 100% of the time there's nothing wrong with it. Very rarely does it ever actually have an issue, and it's because someone maybe shook the machine and knocked there's a little motor on, at least on my machine, and it'll get an error code if it doesn't go back home, and maybe that's what happened, and it's just a simple little turn it on and off again thing. So
for sure. Yeah, I know too. I've had multiple situations where the customer or the player has said something to the location because it was user error or something of that nature, or maybe they were just trying to get something free. I don't know, but I've had multiple locations tell me, I had one guy complaining that they kept putting money in, but nothing kept coming out, and I ran a ton of money through it, and every time everything vended properly, I'm like, yeah, I think somebody was just trying to pull one on you. Wanted some money back or more something. Who knows?
I actually had, and so I did a collection at this is at my Shope's place, that same place where the guy was shaking. Mm-hmm. And I had this, I just did the collection, I've recorded, I left, and then later I got a call saying someone put a $5 bill in and got no credits, and they had to refund them $5. And so I'm like, well, I'll see if that really happened. And I went over there, and sure enough, I opened up the machine where I just collected, and there was no $5 bill, no nothing, no money at all, because I just barely cleared it out.
Yep.
And this was like an hour after I cleared out, they said the disclaim. And so I told them, like, that kid never put the money in. And so I had to refund $5 to the store because I promised,
Yep.
you know,
Yeah.
I don't want
I would do the same thing. Yeah. Mhm.
Yeah.
And then the employee told me, he's like, we actually been suspicious with this kid because he's done that to you before, or done that to other machines and stuff before. And so next time they're like, now we know for sure, because I showed them the machine, I showed them the counter because the machine has a counter and everything. And so they watched out for that kid and they would never refund them ever again. So
Good stuff.
yeah.
Love it. All right, here's something I thought was cool in the comments. Where to go? So JP Maximus talks about a vending machine that had rocks in it. And I know that sounds funny, right? Rocks in a vending machine, but I'm guessing they're more probably polished stones or higher end stuff. And it kind of gets me thinking about some of the weird vending machines I've seen out there. I've seen some that have had like old coins in them. But is there anything that you've come across in your routes or that you maybe been thinking about trying that's kind of more outside of the box when it comes to vending machines, or maybe ideas that you guys want to talk about or share?
Oh boy, outside.
Yeah.
You go ahead, Howard. I need a second to think.
You know me with the outside, but we had talked about doing the bar stuff. And then there was a thing that came, I know, there's a thing that came on the Discord actually not too long ago. That's a company that does weddings, and the claw machines grab the little bottles of liquor that are in the machines, and then the people take the bottle of liquor to the bar and they get a free drink. So if they win the thing, now I don't know if they do it's free play, and if they grab a bottle, then they win a drink, or if they're supposed to put money into it for maybe towards their honeymoon or something. I don't know.
Yeah.
But I thought that was interesting. I never heard of doing that before, but they'll do it at weddings now. It's kind of a new trend, I guess. It's picking up.
Wow.
Parties and weddings.
Interesting. I don't really have any thought. I know Japan has some weird vending ideas.
Oh yeah,
panties and stuff. But and I'm quarter Japanese, so I guess like that's funny. But anyways, no, I since they legalized marijuana, I keep getting people coming up to me. Oh, you should put marijuana in your machines and stuff like that. And I'm like, my goodness, you want?
They
me to
have those
arrest it?
CBD machines. They're starting to pop up around places.
Yeah.
In
Oh,
California.
really? Do they have?
Oh yeah.
Well, I know. I doubt Arizona is going to let that happen. Like I wouldn't want it in my machine in the first place. I wouldn't want to be responsible, but
No.
I thought it was kind of funny.
I would, though, put a snack machine at one of those spots, right? That's what I'd do.
Oh yeah,
snack
you're
machine
gonna
in there.
That's
That's about as much as I get involved in that. I'll put a snack machine there for sure, but yeah, I don't want to deal with the other substances. No thanks.
Yeah, no, thank you.
New cotton candy, those cotton candy machines are pretty awesome. Those new vending ones that do like the flowers and stuff, those are pretty cool.
There's actually one at my local Tanger outlets, and I think I took a picture of it one time and featured it on my community tab because I like to highlight weird and different vending machines as I find them in the wild on my community tab. So that's one cool thing that we like to share some behind the scenes stuff too, in there on the community tabs. I know not everyone has access to that yet. At least I don't think. Or Howard, do you have a community tab yet?
I don't think so.
Well, that's a good reason to go subscribe to Howard Hospitality Group so they can get themselves the community tab access.
We need subscribers.
Yes. So yeah, it's cool because I like I said, I like to share behind the scenes stuff. I went inventory shopping last night and I posted a picture of my haul on there, which is just literally the back of the vending SUV full of sodas. Because I like to also show that this is not passive income like everybody thinks it always is. I'm not just showing up, collecting money and leaving. It's a lot more work that goes into it behind the scenes. And that's kind of the things I like to feature on some of my different things. Like I do my shopping videos or I do my pre-kitting videos or different things like that. So yeah, it's not always passive.
Yeah, and we had no idea how much work it was for full line. It's
ton of
a
work.
lot of work. Yeah.
Especially full line.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Full line for sure. Full line, you gotta be a hard worker, and that a full line vendor is the hardest vendor worker ever too. So, yeah, they're not lazy at all. They are hard workers.
What are some of the other comments going on right now? Not really questions, but there's some couple comments. Anthony Hastings says the crane looks good, Extreme. So he's talking about the crane machine behind you. JP
Thank
Maximus
you.
is joking about putting a $20 in the vending machine and ripping them off from our conversations about that. LJB Fit says it's unrelated, but he sees Howard Hospitality Group with the Doctor Who shirt.
Nice.
It looks like that's it. So he's calling you out on that.
Yep, he called it. Yep. Good call.
Sweet Treat King about our weird vending machines, talking about the lobster claw machine where you can win your lobster at like a lobster restaurant, and they'll cook the one you win for you to eat. Yeah, I've seen that happen before. Anthony Hastings also talks about SSM actually sells the gemstones in bulk. I'm guessing for bulk vending machines or whatnot, but that's how they started their business. That's pretty cool.
Hey, I got a question for Anthony real fast.
Yeah, go for it.
How many new CandyMachine.com claw machines have you gotten with the locker and the new design? Because I don't know if he's still on here, but I was curious. I hear there's also like a Easter egg somewhere on these machines. So
who was the question for?
Oh, Anthony Hastings. I was just curious because I know Anthony Hastings. He is like Kevin's probably #1 supporter on these machines.
Well, I know Anthony Hastings. He was just at IAPA like a week or two ago. So I'm not sure. Maybe he just bought up a bunch there too. I don't know. Anthony, are you still around? If so, throw in the comments.
Yeah, I was just curious. I wanted to see if he got the other designs and stuff, and yeah, I'm waiting for. Oh, you're still waiting on them. Well, how many did you get? If it's okay to ask, how many did you get? If you don't have to answer, if that's too personal. I just thought it was pretty exciting.
Pretty cool. Yeah, we'll wait for that response.
Okay.
Oh, what else? Let's see. In the comments, let's see. Sweet Treat King talking about 24-hour days. Stayed up 24 hours yesterday to do his collection, and he works a third shift, but he still had to get his collection in. Yeah, see guys, vending's a lot of work, especially if you do full line. I'm not sure. I know Sweet Treat does amusement. I'm not sure what else he does, but I know that
too, I think
he does candy too.
A lot of candy machines, yeah.
But yeah, guys, it's not passive. There's a lot of work that goes into this, but it can really pay off if you do well, for sure. Joey talking about Sam's Club stopped carrying Cheerwine. He must run Cheerwine in his machines. You guys probably don't even know what Cheerwine is, do you?
No. What is that? What is
Cheerwine is a soda. It's similar to Dr. Pepper with more cherry flavor in it. Ooh. And it's really big in the South. So I'm in South Carolina. We have it here. Joey's in North Carolina. It's really big in like the whole southeastern United States.
We have Dr. Pepper cherry.
It's similar to that.
Yeah.
If you like Dr. Pepper cherry, you probably like Cheerwine. But they always come out with a holiday flavor too, so I haven't seen that out yet. We'll see if that comes out pretty soon, probably. But yeah, so Sam's Club. Let's talk about Sam's Club for a minute. So I know some of you have dabbled in full line vending. So when you were sourcing your items for full line vending, where would you shop? Would you go to Sam's Club? Did you go anywhere else? Yeah,
Sam's Club was where I went. Yeah. So
I know I go to Sam's Club all the time. I'm there at least once per week, if not more. And I feel like Sam's Club lately has been hit or miss. Like I'll go with a list of things I want to buy, and if I've got 10 things on that list, I can usually buy 8. You know what I mean? Like that's my problem. It's Sam's Club lately, and obviously I've got the Plus membership, so I can go early, or I can get the free shipping when ordering online. It seems like the things I want are out of stock online as well, not just in store. So that's killing me. It's killing me with that.
Yeah. No, we're having the same issue, and we have a dealership that they're very particular. The guys, because they're sales guys, so they just sit there all day and they have nothing to do but complain, and and so they sit there all day and eat and drink. That's what they do, waiting for people to come in the door. And so we've got some, what you might want to try actually in your vending machines it's called Goslings.
Okay.
You see it on samsclub.com.
I don't think so, no.
It's diet, so sugar-free, alcohol-free ginger beer. Okay. So there's no alcohol in it and there's no sugar. And so they can drink it. You can drink it like a normal drink, but it's beer. And they go nuts for it. And you can only order online, samsclub.com. It's in a silver box. It's called Gosling's. And we were getting it for them because I just decided to try it. I looked up, there was no diet soda at our Sam's Club, period, that I could get online to pick up for the next day. Nothing. So I just went on samsclub.com and looked up diet, and that came up, and I'm like, I'm going to try it. And it took a week to come. Yeah. But they went crazy for it.
So does it come in 12-ounce cans or?
It's cans. So I don't know if you do cans or bottles, but it's cans. And it's cheap. And they love it. So
I'll have to look at it.
Yeah, but then all of a sudden, there was a period of like a week or so where we just couldn't get it, and then all of a sudden now it's back and you can get it all the time. But I know what you're saying, like and it's the basics. It's like the chips, the Lay's chips, the the regular sodas, like the Red Bulls. We do Red Bulls. Can't get Red Bulls. We had to try to order. We went to go order a Red Bull today at Sam's Club, and they said it wasn't in stock, even though it's online when we ordered it. So they couldn't fulfill it. So, and then perhaps their prices on chocolate went up. So
let's not even go there. And I swear that goes up every week. Right.
Yeah, it's really bad. Like my problem's been happening with the vending on the vending since COVID. It seems like it's never gotten back to normal. Yeah.
I swallowed that.
For sure. You good over there?
Yeah, I swallowed that. Drink one. Sorry. Okay, better.
Too funny. Okay. All right. A couple more comments. What do we got in here? So let's see. Sweet Treat King says Sam's is his third home. Anthony Hastings says looking for 8, but just spent $15K on full-size machines. Building back up the new machine account. Big money. Wow. Congrats on the purchase, Anthony. That's awesome, man. Good job.
Did you see that you could fit in the Switch inside the prize locker on top of them?
That's really cool. I definitely want to see those things in person. That may be kind of a new direction I'll be going. Who knows? We'll see what happens. Because honestly, I've really been thinking about something to replace the stacker in the game store. The stacker, in my opinion, is probably my least favorite machine there. I love how it looks, but I feel like it just doesn't perform consistently for that location. Something like that would be awesome for sure. Yeah. So who knows?
The space of the stacker, you could probably put 2 or 3 of these in there.
Right.
And just have 3 prizes and just tons of these. Like your Pokeballs. You know how they go crazy for your Pokeballs?
Yeah.
Just put a key in one of the Pokeballs.
That's what I was thinking.
One of those for 50 cents, one of them for $1, and you could put a sticker machine on the side of it. You know what I mean? And just have those 3, just like one little square. That'd be cool.
For sure.
I'm telling you. Those sticker machines, I'm impressed. I had no idea about sticker machines till recently, and then I was like, this is the best thing ever. What do you sell yours for? 50 cents?
Yeah.
All your stickers?
I do all that because I've got the card machine at the game store. Those are all 50 cents per vend. I've got a card machine at the flea market arcade. That's 50 cents per vend. And I've got a sticker machine there. I do 3 columns in that one. One is, 2 are tattoos. And the third is just straight mystery. It's all my extra stuff. I just fill in there. And everything's on 50 cents per vend. Everything.
Would you give me those stickers and tattoos?
Joey says I should do a Keymaster. Joey, you know I'd love to do a Keymaster. I can't afford it. It's so darn expensive. The last one at the last auction, I think it went for, I'd have to go back to my video, but I want to say it was like 2,000 or 2,500 or something like that. It was expensive.
Hey,
what's up?
We've been streaming for about 100 minutes. Someone's asked us how long we've been doing the stream for. I don't know if he meant like time, or if he meant like how long we've been doing it. This is our second week in a row. We're going to probably do it next Wednesday too, on the stream. And we're doing this next Wednesday also?
Yep.
We're going to plan on it. I swear, as long as people are coming and talking to us and hanging out, we might as well. Yeah, this is a lot of fun. You know, it's funny. So there's another.
Yeah, I enjoy it.
Turn those back over, Howard. Those ones. The ones with their look like they're exactly. So those ones, I want to say there was a channel. They don't do as many videos anymore, but it was Integrity Vending. I don't know if you guys watch Integrity Vending out there with Trina and her son, and they were talking about those stickers. I think it was all that, like those style stickers, and how well they were doing. I think with those, So those are really cool. I'm sure people love those because they're funny. Let's be honest, they're funny. Everybody loves that bathroom humor, right? So I'm sure like those are doing really well. So are you doing those in your machines?
Yep, we just got some more because we were doing so good. Here's the other side, but they do so well for us that these and then these tattoos, and we get them from candymachines.com.
Okay,
you can order them directly from them, and these tattoos just kill it. I mean, they go
are those like metallic, almost shiny?
Yeah,
metallic
they're like
tattoos?
shiny metallic.
That is really cool.
That is cool.
Yeah, they're very
that
cool.
Is really cool.
So
those are
that's
cool
what
stick tattoos.
So those do really well for us. That's what we just got an order in, and yeah,
very cool.
Really well.
Very, very cool. Yeah. Well, so like Mac Arts Attack asks, how long have we been running the stream? I'm guessing it's probably meaning tonight. So it's been an hour and 45 minutes. So we're going to start wrapping up here because we want to try and keep it about under 2 hours. So I think I actually have the stream pre-scheduled to end by 11 p.m. Eastern. So we're going to start wrapping things up. So with that said, if you guys have more questions, comments, things you want to put in the chat, do it now. We may not get to everything, but now's a good time to throw your comments in there, throw your questions in there, any topics of discussion you want to talk about. While you're doing that, I'm going to remind you again, we've got, it looks like about 18 likes, 18 thumbs up on this video. Make sure you give this video a thumbs up, give it a like, help other people find these live streams for the future and for now. Make sure you give a subscription to myself, Galaxy Games 843, to the Howard Hospitality Group, and Xtreme Vending here on YouTube. We would all really appreciate it. Also, check us all out on TikTok too. Yeah, for sure. All right. What else we got in the chat? Anything you guys want to talk about? Anything you want to feature? Anthony Hastings does 50 cents on flat vending. That's pretty cool. Joey says the Keymaster went for $2,100, which is a pretty good price for a Keymaster, especially since
sounds like you missed out, sir.
Well, that was still pretty pricey. I would rather buy a couple machines for $2,100 than I would one Keymaster right now, I think.
Yeah.
Let's see. Hero 3 says try the laser tattoos. What are the laser tattoos?
I don't know.
You know,
I thought I was reading that. I shouldn't have read it out loud.
We're gonna have to research what the laser tattoos are. And Joey asked, which sells better, tattoos or stickers? So of the two you showed us, the tattoos and the stickers, which one sell better for you? Tattoos?
For sure. Mm-hmm.
Really?
Here. Mm-hmm.
They are really cool.
We sell double tattoos. Yep.
I like them. I want to buy some for myself.
Now, I have to say, though, the new turd ones are doing pretty good. They're starting to catch up. So we'll know this week when we go to check the machine because we have them in that machine.
I know when I think of what I'm going to put in my machine, I think about who's going to buy it and who's going to be interested in buying that kind of stuff. And I would think the kids would just go after those stickers for sure.
Yeah, they love them.
Right, because they probably think they're hilarious.
The Rick and Morty stickers did really well, too. We had some of those for a while.
Okay.
And they did pretty well.
Let's see. So one more reminder. Where did you get those tattoos and stickers from? Wesley Pipes is asking.
Oh, candymachines.com.
Candymachines.com.
Mm-hmm.
That's also where you get this claw machine.
Yeah, where you get the claw machine, too.
Mm-hmm. And Candy Machines was here talking with us in the chat today, so that was pretty cool.
Yeah. That's where we get our sticker machine. Yeah, our sticker machines come from there, too.
Nice.
So,
Very cool. Very cool. What else do we got? Let's see. Anthony says they used to do $1,500 a month for sticker machines back in the 90s with the boy band crazes. They would do NSYNC, Britney Spears.
Damn.
You know, it's kind of funny. So one time I did buy a box of bulk tattoos and stickers to put in those vending machines. I bought it. It was a box at the auction. So I didn't know what was inside. And when I got it home and opened it up, it had a lot of cool stuff in it, but it also had a lot of funny stuff in it. I think there was like Hannah Montana tattoos in there. And I don't know. That's the kind of stuff I've been putting in my mystery column because I don't know what to do with that stuff. Nobody's going to buy that stuff as is. So hopefully someday somebody will get that and they'll get a kick or a laugh out of some of that stuff because who knows?
Yeah.
I wish they bring.
Yeah.
Oh,
go ahead. No,
I was just going to ask something that made me think about. Did you ever look up those football helmets?
Oh, it completely slipped my mind after the stream. So talk to me on Discord after this, and I'll see what I can find. I know I got them somewhere though. They're just probably buried behind some arcade machines right now, but I'm pretty sure that.
Yeah.
I wish they'd bring back like Garbage Pail Kids and stuff. You remember those?
You know, I thought about doing those in the machines. Right. I thought about doing that. In fact, for a while, I was actually sourcing them. I was buying them like off Facebook Marketplace, like the unopened packs.
Right.
And I had collected like a couple boxes of them, and I was like, what am I gonna do with these? So I threw them on eBay and like tripled my money. Right. So I thought about maybe trying to find some more and putting those in. I thought about doing a snack machine, but instead of snacks, having like packs of baseball cards, packs of Pokemon cards, packs of Garbage Pail Kids, crazy stuff like that. I thought that might be something cool, you know?
Yeah.
I was talking to my buddy Tony in Ohio today, and Tony's a longtime vendor. He's a good friend of mine, and he's actually who got me started in the arcade scene. He was telling me he still runs sports arena machines. You guys know what sports arena machines are, right?
Oh yeah, with the light bulbs.
Right, those old light bulb machines.
Oh yeah, yeah.
So he is still running those, and he's doing really well with those, because it's all about what prizes you put in. So I'm like, well, what prizes are you putting in those machines where you're doing so well? And he's saying things like unopened packs of cards and different stuff like that, and they're doing really well. And what's funny is those machines are so cheap. You can buy them for like at the auction.
$50.
I can buy them for $25 all day at the auction. Nobody wants them.
Wow, that's cheap,
right? So they go. Sometimes people don't even bid on them. So I thought about maybe getting something like that for the flea market arcade location and kind of phasing in some more stuff. Especially, they keep telling me I'm next in line to move out to the middle where all the people actually go and walk. So right now I'm way off in a corner, and I think that's really been affecting me this year. But they keep telling me I'm next in line to move. You know, they may just be telling me that so I don't leave, but you know, who knows? But if I do move out to the front, I want to get some different machines, some more kind of stuff that I think is going to make people play. So I've been kind of thinking about weird stuff like that for that spot. So who knows what you'll see in the future? Who knows what's going to happen?
Do you think, real quick, off topic, but in your little arcade area that because we were talking about opening an arcade and stuff, do you think that if you put an item like a pinball machine or something that an older, like somebody our age or more my age, because I'm a little older than you guys, that has kids that play the other machines, that if you put one of those machines there, do you think it would keep them there longer to play?
No,
if there was
I really don't.
No. Okay.
I think it might be cool for one play, but I think just like anything, I don't think there's really a market for those anymore. You know, they're great for home use for collectors, things like that. I've got multiple of them myself, but I don't think they do any good on location. No.
Well, like for me, I know if there was like a gauntlet there, like a gauntlet, 4-player gauntlet, I'd play that all night. But my kids were playing video games.
But I'm going to be honest, it's really hard to find a gauntlet these days. That's a pretty rare game. So even at auctions, gauntlets never show up. If they do, it's one of the newer versions, the Gauntlet Dark Legacy or something like that. Yeah.
Okay.
All right. We got only a few minutes left. Looks like we got a couple more comments or questions. Let's see. Mac Arts Attack asks if we'll ever do special guests. Yeah, I think we should. You know, we've talked about maybe doing special guests in the future. You know, throw me an email, galaxygames843@gmail.com, if that's something you'd be interested in participating in. As you can see, there's 3 of us on screen right now. We're kind of condensed. I'm not sure how a 4th would be, but it's something we can certainly talk about or try. I know I've invited QuickPlay to join us like this sometimes. I'm not sure if they'll ever join us in the future, but that might be cool. Maybe candymachines.com or anything like that. Who knows? But it's something we can certainly keep the door open for when it comes to special guests. Absolutely. What else? Anthony Hastings says AA Global used to have the college helmets, but they sold fantastic in the South. I never saw the college helmets on there, but I can see those doing well here in the South.
I've only seen the NFL ones. I've never seen the other ones.
College football is a religion here, right? And this weekend coming up, it's rivalry weekend, right? Everyone's playing their rivals this weekend, so that's going to be a crazy college football weekend. What else? Anthony says pinballs are too expensive for the routes. I agree 100%. Yep. So darn expensive, and a maintenance nightmare on route 2.
Yeah.
Looks like Beetlejuice is asking, when do we plan our next stream? So we're talking about doing this weekly on Wednesdays. You know, what are we thinking? Are we thinking for next Wednesday again?
Yeah.
I'm down for it. Yeah, we should be back unless something happens, you know.
For sure.
Maybe we can get our first special guest.
Yeah, so we'll work on some special guests. We'll definitely work on that. And Hero 3 says, my vote is for John to be the special guest. I think that's is that Extreme's brother? Is that John, the John he's referring to?
Yeah. Oh my gosh. He would have to come here. Oh gosh, he would have to come here because he doesn't have any equipment. That means he'd be sitting next to me, and that would be a problem maybe. But I'll ask him. Oh no, it's gonna get so corny.
Too funny. Oh, this is a great one too, and this is something that I actually used to do. So, LGB Fit, he's talking about things in mini claw machines. He's asking about Rubik's cubes. So I know there are certain different places you can get Rubik's cubes from. Obviously, the full size Rubik's cubes would probably not do super well in a mini claw machine.
No, probably not. Too big.
But I know there's places like I want to say Oriental Trading or places like that have smaller Rubik's cubes, maybe not as high quality as an actual legit licensed Rubik's cube. But I know those would do well in mini claw machines. And as a matter of fact, I had a few in mind when I actually had my mini claw machine. I'm not sure how much drove plays, but I know that when I did pull that mini claw machine, and some of the kids, like my kids and my kids' friends, went through some of those prizes, the Rubik's cubes were like the first thing they grabbed. So yeah, I think they do well.
That's pretty cool.
I think they do well.
I think AA Global had them, if I'm not mistaken, but maybe
they might. But you want to go with mini Rubik's cubes, not the full size, because the full size are like, super big, like too big for a mini claw. All right, couple more comments, and then we are going to wrap it up because it is 10:56 p.m. So we got just a couple minutes left. Let's see. Yeah, Sweet Treat King says smaller ones work, but they have to be lighter. Beetlejuice says he found a mini claw machine at a thrift store for $15 like 5 years ago. And he loved the thing. I'm guessing that means he found one to play, because no one's going to sell a mini claw machine unless it's one of those toy ones, maybe. I don't know. But for $15,
those little toy ones.
Right. Let's see what else. Hero 3 says, speaking of Simpsons, because I know Mac Arts Attack commented on arcade games being TMNT and Simpsons. He says, speaking of Simpsons, I put a sticker machine in a Chinese restaurant, and my Simpsons stickers, sorry, we've been going a while, so my speech is going to start going here, almost sold out in less than 6 weeks. I put 5 stacks in. That is crazy. 5 stacks in 6 weeks. Man, I'll bet the collections for that was awesome.
Yeah.
For sure.
Epic.
For sure. Yeah, he says he bought it. It was the $15 little dinky toy one, but it works pretty good.
I figured that's what it was.
Yeah.
I was like, there's no way.
Those are funny, though. Those are pretty cool. All right, guys. Well, we are wrapping up. We're at the end of the live stream. It's 10:58 p.m., so that means we're going to wrap it up here within the next 2 minutes. I want to take a moment and say thank you all for joining the live stream. Thank you so much for chatting with us, for your participation, for all your watch time. Thanks so much for all the thumbs up, all the likes. Thanks for all the subscriptions. Thank you for participating and talking with us and giving us things to talk about. We certainly enjoy hanging out, talking vending, talking business, talking all that good stuff. And we couldn't do it without all you out there watching us. So thank you guys so much for all that. With that said, we're about to wrap it up here. Anything Xtreme Vending or Howard Hospitality Group you want to add to?
You are tired.
Yeah.
Just make sure you join the Discord. Join the Discord and please, subscribe and like and all that. I mean, we need all the help we can get.
For sure.
Discord, it's got a lot of great help in there. So definitely do that for sure.
Yes, I also want to say great job, Amelia. Thanks for hanging out with us tonight. Great job on your videos. Great job on your vending machines. You're doing awesome. Keep it up.
Aw.
For sure.
Thank you.
You are welcome. All right, guys, that is it. Thank you. Thanks again for joining us. We're going to wrap it up right here. So once again, guys, signing off. This is Matt with Galaxy Games 843. We've got Howard Hospitality Group and Xtreme Vending. We'll see you next time.
Bye.
Bye, guys.
See you around.